You got it from here?
Do what?
So you got it from here?
Yeah, if you, I believe I can. What I do over here, just,
So they have to make the bracket first.
yeah.
And then you should be able to
What do I
just
have?
scroll down and find it.
Scroll down and find it?
Yeah, but you gotta be like right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Good try. Second draw is for $2.35 a bag. And the last four numbers are
7957.
7523. Very close. That is also Jay.
Lawrence Rucker, come see me. Lawrence Rucker, come see me.
Third draw, 115 a bag. The last four numbers are 7510.
And that is Vince. Please hold your bags for Vince. All right, last draw is for $55 a bag. Cerie's gonna draw it, so everybody yell at him if it's not you.
The last four numbers are 7531.
And that is Jack. Riley, can you please hold your bags, friend?
Excuse me.
Jack hit one bag on the fourth draw for $55. Congratulations, Jackson.
That's not that you really matter at all. That you matter. Basically, anyone would be really but chance is like really nothing. Don't you for like the time alone, man. But was it worth it? Yeah, I guess it is. If you came up with it. But the night was not here.
The way everybody picks it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Just to fuck around, yeah. Yep. Yeah, okay. So it's only out, you know what I mean? That's only got out. Like, eventually we're gonna get good enough. We're gonna be making all the shots. I felt fine on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I still had that. And yesterday I finished with 0. Today I was like, it's too easy for me to hold.
Hey, show them how to get that ACL player out. Oh, he is. I didn't have no bag.
Good luck, John.
Do you know how to do this?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh no, I said, do you know how to do it?
No, you go ahead.
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you doing it.
Absolutely. Welcome everybody. Here comes Magic Mike. In between games, you'll run like pictures of Concord. It's just highlights, picture of Concord. Right here. You click on that.
Yeah.
In between games, it's 2-minute video.
Yeah.
You hit transition.
Now when I click on that pictures of Concord, then what do I click back on to get back off of it?
Well, whatever. What's up, man?
Yeah.
You transition to what?
Got to get over here to it.
1, 2, 3. That's what you got up.
Yeah.
So you go back
Hit.
to either. You go back to either one, whichever one you.
Okay.
Whichever one. Come off of.
Yeah, whichever one's up.
That's pretty good.
All right. Welcome everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We got a few watching already. Thank you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Give us a holler. Sandy Jones Baker. We need something like this near us. Great clean fun. Yes. Well, you know, if you could find a facility that you could use, you could start your own little cornhole tournaments. And then once you get it built up, then you can try to find you a ACL director, and you can get it. You can get hooked up to where your players will score points. Those that's playing in the ACL, they can score points, and it'll go on their point system through the ACL, and it'll help them on their scoring, and it'll help them on their games. So yeah, that would be nice, Sandy Baker. If y'all could could do something like that. I don't know where you're from. But we have an ACL director who is Scotty Gore. He's very, very good guy. He works hard. He's here every Monday and every Thursday. He does little.
Buddy and BJ, Leanne and Penny, board 4, please. Penny, board 4, please. Penny, board 4.
Oh, me. So we got Martin Colberly and Steve Silas playing Vince Robertson and Hugh Yang on court 1.
If anybody's seen Penny, can you direct her to board 4, please? Penny, we're looking for you on board 4. Anybody sees Penny?
Oh, Scotty giving Penny Arant a hard time. All right, let's see who's got Vince Robinson throwing first bag. I think they're still doing their down and backs. I don't think they're ready yet. They hadn't started their game yet.
I will also run 3 sit and goes tonight, so if you get knocked out of the tournament early, you won't have a chance. We'll run 3 sit and goes.
All right, here we go. Martin throwed first bag off the board. Vince Robertson went to the right with that first bag. Martin's in with his next bag. Vince is in with his second bag. Martin's off to the right, set up behind Vince's bag on the right-hand side. Vince sets up on top of Martin's bag. Martin's in with his last bag. Vince is in. It's going to be a 7 on 8. It's going to be 1 point for Vince Robinson and Hugh Yang. So Hugh Yang will have first bag. Oh, and Steve's first bag's off to the left. Hugh's in the Steve's in, Hugh's in. Steve's off to the left of that next bag. Hugh's in front of the hole. He's got a level 2 block. Steve goes up with an airmail. Misses. Going to be 7 on 5, giving up 2. Vince's first bag sitting up on the left-hand side. It's on the left-hand side. It's got a level 1 block. Martin goes to the left of that bag. Oh, and Vince pushes Martin's bag back with his next bag on the right-hand side. He's got a, but I think Martin's bag's going to fall too. Yep, his bag fell too. Vince went to the right, hit Martin's bag. Martin rolls over Vince's bag. Vince is up. He drags that next bag. That's a 10. Martin's in for a 10. It's a 10-10 wash. Here we go. Yu Yang has first bag. Oh, his first bag's off to the right and off of the board. Steve's first bag's off to the left. Yu's up in the middle, but his bag goes to the left. Steve's in with that next bag. Yu's up. He sets up a level 3 block. Steve hits behind Yu's bag. Yu's got 3 on the board. Steve's got 1 in the hole and 3 on the board, so it's going to be 3 points for Steve and Martin. So now they've cut the lead in half. So here we go with Vince Robinson and Martin Coberly. Martin has first bag. Martin's first bag's off to the right. He's got a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. Robinson knocks Martin's bag in. Martin goes in with his second bag. Robinson's off to the left with his second bag. Martin's up the middle. He's got a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. Martin goes up. He tries to drag that bag and he gets off the board, but he goes in with 1. It's going to be a 10 on 4. It's going to be 9-6 now. So here we go. We got Steve's first bag. Steve's first bag. He sets up a level 1 block. Front of the hole. Yu throws up, goes right beside of Steve on Steve's side of the board. Steve pushes Yu's bag up a little bit closer. Yu sets up behind Steve's bag on the left. They both sitting in front of the hole. Somebody's going to have to make a tough move here in just a minute. Let's see who's going to go for it. Oh, and they both just stay on the board. 4-4 wash. So here we go. We got Martin Coberly going against Vince Robinson. Martin has first bag. Martin's first bag is in. Vince's first bag is in. Martin's off to the right. He's got a level 2 block. Martin goes to the back. Oh, and Vince goes up and took one of Martin's in. It's going to be 8 on 4. Martin's going to get 4 more points. No, he got 1 point. I'm sorry. Steve's off to the left. Hughes up. He's off to the right, but he's in Steve's lane. Oh, he's up the middle. He's got total hole control right now. Steve goes up and he sets up a level 2 block behind Hughes' bag. Hughes goes up. He knocks. He hits the bags, but he doesn't knock anything in. Up. So Hughes going to get 1 point, I think. Yep. So here we go. Vince Robinson's first bag, and it's in. Martin Coberly's over to the right in Vince's lane. Vince goes up above Coberly's bag and almost goes in. Coberly tries to go over that bag himself. Vince goes up. He hits that air mount, almost drags that first bag that he missed. Coberly goes up. He hits Vince's bag, knocking it in. Vince goes up. He hits Coberly's bag, goes in the hole for a 12. It's 12 on 5 right now. Coberly stepping out. Oh, he goes in for an 8. It's going to give up 4, though. It's going to be 11 to 10, and we're going to have a lead change. Here goes Hugh, his first bag.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. Ooh, for real. He was like had a few,
They both have a bag off. Hugh throws his next bag. Well, Steve's got one on the right-hand side, one on the left-hand side. I think Hugh's got 2 off now. Steve's got 3 on. Hugh's got to drag something. He's got to do something here. See what Steve's going to do. Oh, Steve goes up for airmail. He's going to try airmail. Yep. It's going to be 4 on 2. So we got another lead change. So here we go. Martin Coberly has first bag. His first bag's off to the left. It's totally out of play. Vince is up. Vince went in with his first bag. Coberly's up. He's off on the right-hand side. He's in Vince's lane. Vince goes around his bag and goes in the hole. Coberly bounces and goes over his bag and over the back of the hole, but it's sitting in the hole. Oh, he goes up for airmail and misses. Now here goes Vince. Vince goes up, he hits his bag and knocks it in. It's going to be a 10 on 3, giving Vince and Hugh Yang 7 points. It's going to be 18 to 12 now. All right, here's Hugh's first bag. His first bag's off to the right. Now that bag's in Steve's lane. Steve goes to the left and goes past the hole. Hugh goes up the middle and he sets up a level 2 block. Steve goes up for the airmail and hits it. Hugh goes up, he hits the bag and goes off to the right with that next bag. Steve sets up a bag in front of the hole, knocking one of Hugh's bags in. Hugh sets up a block behind Steve's bag. Steve goes up for airmail and goes off to the left. Hey, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Watching you do
All
your
right. So now we got Vince Robinson. He's up. He has first bag.
What do you want, Dante?
Vince's first bag is set up a level 1 block. That's a diamond block sitting in front of the hole. Coberly goes to the right of Vince's bag. Vince goes up. He drags his bag and goes in with it. He does a 1 for 2. Coberly's in with that second bag. Vince is off to the left with his third bag. Coberly's in. Vince is in for a 10. Coberly's over to the right for an 8. It's going to be 2 points for Vince and Hugh Yang. Hugh has first bag.
That's like 21, 13 or something. Carter was killing me.
All right, Hugh Yang's off to the left with that first bag to the left of the hole. It's going to be out of play. Steve is in with his first bag. Hugh's up. He sets up on the left-hand side of the hole. Steve's in. He plays off of Hugh's bag. Oh, Hugh goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Steve goes in for 9 on 2 right now. Hugh goes off to the right. Steve scores 7 points. So it's going to be 19 to 20. So Coberly and Steve Salois is still in it. Martin Coberly has first bag. Score right now is 19 to 20. Martin set up that first bag. Martin's got 2 bags sitting in front of the hole. He's got total hole control. Vince throws a block on the left-hand side, but it's not dead center. Coberly still has an opportunity. He can push these bags in. Vince knocks one of Coberly's bags in.
Still playing?
All right, they taking a timeout. I don't know why my score didn't change. All right, the score is actually 18-20. All right, Coberly goes up. Two. No, he didn't give it 2 points. That's 2 points. Oh, I thought it was 2018. Oh, I thought it was 2019. My scoreboard just changed right then. Huh? Yeah, probably is. All of this rain that we've had, it don't surprise me a bit. Oh, I know, it's been terrible.
Yeah, we lost a kid.
Yeah. Right.
Sure. Yeah, it's covered? No.
Oh, yeah, trying to do it, man.
So we got Philip Douglas and Austin Wyrick going against Martin Coberly and Steve Salois. All right, here we go. We got Steve, and he's throwing against Austin Wyrick. Steve has first bag. He goes off to the left, to the right with that first bag. Austin's off to the right with his first bag. Steve goes in with his next bag. Austin sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Steve sets up behind Austin's bag. Austin goes up, his bag on the right falls off the board, goes to the right up against Steve's bag that's on the back side. Steve goes up, sets up in front of the hole. See what Austin's gonna do. He goes up, tries to go around everything, ends up going to the right, hanging on the board. So it's gonna be 6 on 3, giving up 3 points. So we now got Philip Douglas throwing against Martin Coberly. Martin has first bag. His first bag's off to the right in Philip's lane. Philip goes up. He sets up a level 3 block behind Coberly's bag. Coberly throws a bag up behind his. Phillips goes behind Coberly's bag with that next bag. Coberly goes up for an airmail and hits it. Phillip goes up hard, but he goes off to the right, off the board. Phillip goes up for a push and ends up going to the right too far, hanging on to. He's still on the board. Douglas just goes up, just leaves his bag on the board, making it 3 on 5, giving up 2 points. He give up 5 points. I'm sorry. Steve's off to the left with that first bag. Wyrick's off to the left. Steve goes off to the right. Steve's off to the left again. Oh, and Steve goes off the board with that last bag. Oh, and Wyrick throws it just a little bit too hard. Goes to the back of the board, but he gets 2 points. So here we go. Score remains 8-2. Douglas is off to the right with that first bag. Martin's off to the left with that first bag of his. They both sitting right in the hole. Douglas goes up the middle. He's got board control right now, hole control. Coberly goes up. He knocks one of his bags, goes off and goes off the board himself. Douglas knocks 2 bags in. Martin's in with that last bag. No, that third bag. Ooh, and we got a whoopsie. Martin's in with that. 9-4. So here we go. Steve has first bag, scores 13-2 right now. Oh, and Steve goes off to the right with that first bag. Rywick's up. He goes to the right, but he's almost in the hole. He goes up. He drags that first bag in with his second bag. Steve goes in with a third bag. Wyrick's in with his third bag. Steve goes to the left with his fourth bag. Martin's in. It's going to be a 12 on 6. That's going to be 8-13 now. That put them back in the game. All right, here comes Douglas, his first bag. His first bag's going to be set up on a level 3. He's got a level 3 block sitting in his lane. Martin steps out and goes up. He's to the left of the hole, but he's sitting there. He could drag that bag in. Douglas goes up and goes in with the airmail bounce. Then Cobley goes in. Martin goes up. Douglas goes up on he sets up on the left. Oh, Lord, what a airmail shot. Oh, my goodness. Martin Coberly just made a heck of an airmail shot. Airmail drag. Oh, and Douglas throws to the right. He's got 6-9 right now. Oh, and Coberly tries to go up and through him, but ends up going to the right. Hanging up on the board, though, it's going to be 10-6. Going to give them 4 points, making it 17-8 now. So here we go. Here goes Steve. Steve's first bag's off to the right. Oh, and Austin Wyrick goes off the back of the board. Steve goes off to the right, off of the board with that next bag. Wyrick goes to the left. Steve goes to the right again. Austin goes to the right. Steve goes to the back of the board with that last bag. Martin goes to the back with his. I think it's going to be... it's going to be 17-8. Martin has first bag. His first bag is in. Philip Douglas is off to the right with that first bag, but it's sitting in the hole. Philip's in with that next bag. Martin's up against Philip's bag on the left-hand side of the hole. All right, Martin pushes that bag up. Philip Douglas pushes that bag up just a little bit tighter. Oh, and Martin goes up, and he hits the airmail. Oh, and Martin goes off to the right, and that's going to be 8-6. It's going to give them 2 more points. It's going to make it 19-8 now. All right, Steve has first bag. His first bag's off to the left. Austin Wyrick's first bag's up in the middle of the board. Steve's second bag's off to the left. Martin's off to the left. He's up against Steve's bag. Steve goes off of the board with that next bag. Oh, and Austin goes up hard and goes in with that next bag, leaving that first bag up. Steve pushes up. Let's see what Martin's going to do here. Oh, and Martin goes off of the board. I think it's going to be a 5-6, and it's going to give, it give Martin and, Douglas and Wyrick 2 points, making it 10-19. Douglas's first bag's off to the right. Martin's first bag is in the hole. Douglas is off to the left, and he set up a level 3 block, but he's in his lane. Coberly goes up. He sets up beside of Douglas's bag. Douglas goes up airmail and goes off of the board. Martin Coberly goes up. He drags one bag and just got a bag on the slick side sitting in front of the hole on the left-hand side, and Douglas knocks it in. Oh, and that's going to be it. That's going to do it right there. So Martin Coberly and Steve Silas take down Philip Douglas and Austin Wyrick. we got Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang throwing against Philip Douglas and Austin Wyrick.
Oh, we're good, man. Thank you, though.
All right, while they're doing their down and backs, let's do a little bit of a commercial here. Let's want to thank our sponsors, Wesley Hartzell, which is Hartzell's Garage Doors and Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills. We have Bag Junkies. We got Bridges Corpse, and also we have Angie's Pressure Washing. Want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight for being a part of Crave Cornhole. Want to thank everybody that's tuned in. Want to thank everybody that's here participating in these tournaments. Thank you very much for coming out, spending your evening with us here at Crave Cornhole. We're located at 120 Northeast Church Street here in Concord, North Carolina. And we welcome you to come down and have a go at these guys, these young guys, these older guys. Come on down, get you a set of bags and come and play. Anybody can play, anybody can win. So we got Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang playing against Philip Douglas and Austin Wyrick.
And then this is your lip, so you gotta close it when you're done, okay? Hey, put your lid on. Put your lid on right here, right here. You gotta close it and put it right here.
All right, here we go. Austin Wyrick with the first bag off to the left. He's got a level 2 block. Cameron goes up. Cameron Douglas goes up and goes behind him. Austin goes to the left of that next bag. Cameron goes up. He sets up on the right-hand side. He's in his lane. Wyrick drags Cameron's bag in with 2 of his bags. Cameron goes in with his next bag. Wyrick goes to the back of the board with that last bag, and Cameron goes in with his last bag, making it a 10-on-8. So Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang have first points. It's 2-0 right now. Earl Yang has first bag. Earl Yang's first bag is in. Cameron's first bag, he's got a level 3 block sitting on the right-hand side in his lane. Earl steps out, goes around Philip's bag and goes in. The hole he's set up. Cameron goes around his own bag and hits Earl Yang's bag. Earl Yang goes up. He plays off of Philip's bag and sets up in the middle. Cameron tries to do a go behind, but ends up going beside of it, building the wall up. Oh, and Earl Yang goes up. He goes off of the board. Douglas goes up, and he stays on the board. It's going to be 5-0. Cameron's first bag is sitting in the hole on the right-hand side. Wyrick goes up. He sits up behind Cameron's bag. Cameron goes up, sits on top of Wyrick's bag. Wyrick goes up hard. He knocks one of his bags in and goes in Cameron's bag in. See, he does a 1 for 2, but it wasn't his bag. And then he goes off to the right side rail that Cameron goes up a little bit too hard. Goes up a little bit too hard. There goes Wyrick. He tries to go around, but he throws it just a little bit light. All right, Douglas is off to the left with his first bag. That's the second bag that Earl Yang has thrown off of the board. Cameron's in, Yang's in with that third bag. Philip Douglas is on the board with 3 bags. Yang goes to the back of the board with that last bag. Sits up, it's going to be 4 on 4. I think it's going to be a wash. All right, Douglas has first bag. Cameron's first bag is in. Austin Phillips over to the right-hand side in Cameron's lane. Cameron goes past Douglas's bag and Wyrick's bag and goes in. He goes in with the next one. Wyrick's in with his next bag. He goes up. He sets up a level 3 block on the middle of the hole. Cameron goes over that bag. Ooh, and Wyrick tries to go up the board and drag one, but he didn't go hard enough. Ends up giving up a couple of points. Right now the score is 10-0 favor Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang. Oh, and Earl Yang's first bag's off the back of the board. Douglas sets up a level 3 block. Oh, and Yang hits that level 3 block and goes off to the right, but he don't go off the board. He's still on the board. Douglas goes behind his own bag. Then Yang goes around Douglas's bag and goes in. Douglas goes up hard, but he don't go hard enough. But he does set up a block. He does have hole control. Now here he goes. He can, if he does a short airmail, he might be able to drag something, but it's going to be 4 on 5. It's going to give up 1 point. All right, Cameron Douglas is in with his first bag. Wyrick's off to the right. He's in Cameron's lane. Cameron goes past Wyrick's bag and goes in the hole. Wyrick pushes up behind his own bag on the right-hand side. Cameron goes in with that third bag. It's 9 on 2 right now. Douglas goes off to the left with that next bag. Cameron goes up. He rolls that bag in. It's going to be 12 on... Oh, it's going to be 12 on 5, giving 7 points. It's going to be 18-0 now. All right, here's first bag. Earl Yang goes off to the right. Douglas goes in with his first bag. Earl Yang's off to the right again behind his first bag. Douglas is off to the left, but he's setting in Earl Yang's lane, but Earl pushes it over just a little bit enough. Then Douglas goes in with his third bag. Earl goes off to the right with his fourth bag. Oh, and Douglas does a whoopsie. But I think it allowed Douglas to score a point, so they're not going to be skunked, that's for sure. Here goes Wyrick. His first bag's off to the left. It's got a level 3 block, but it's setting to the left of the hole. Cameron goes in with his first bag. Wyrick goes up. He gets a block. Cameron goes up and goes to the right of that block. Now Wyrick pushes his bag up closer. He's got total hole control. Cameron goes up. He knocks one of Wyrick's bags in and goes to the back of the board with that next bag. Wyrick goes up and he knocks that bag in. He left that block there. Oh, and Douglas goes up and goes to the right, and that's going to be 6 on 8, giving up 2 more points. So here we go. Philip Douglas is up. He's off to the right with that first bag, but it's setting in the hole. Oh, and Yang goes to the left and goes off of the board. Douglas goes up. He sets up right in the side of that first bag he threw. He's got both of those bags sitting in the hole. He goes up. He hits one and knocks it in, leaving the other one for a block. Yang goes up with the block with his bag, and Douglas goes up. He hits that bag and pushes it up just a little bit. I think it's going to be 6 on 2. Going to be 7 to 18 now. Here goes Wyrick. His first bag is in. Cameron's first bag is off to the right. Wyrick's in. Cameron sets up a level 1 block. Wyrick goes to the right, sits up behind Cameron's bag. Cameron goes in, dragging 1 for 2. Wyrick goes in with his last bag. Cameron's off to the left and off of the board. It's going to give him up 3 more points. It's going to be 10 to 18 now. Here we go. Douglas has first bag. Philip Douglas is in. Earl Yang is off to the right and off the back of the board. Philip Douglas is to the back of the board, but his bag is still on the board. Yang's in with his second bag. Douglas is off to the left with his third bag. Oh, and Yang takes Douglas's bag off and his bag. All right. Douglas goes up. He's to the back of the board. Yang had the opportunity to score and ends up going off the back, giving up 2 more points. Score now is 12 to 18. Philip Douglas and Austin Wyrick could come back and win this thing. They still in it. They still playing. Austin's up. His first bag's off to the right. Cameron Douglas's first bag is in. Austin's off to the right again. Cameron's second bag is in. Cameron's off to the left. Douglas's third bag is in. Cameron's on fire right now. Austin Wyrick steps out. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do here. Oh, he goes off the board. That's good. Douglas don't even have to throw it. But he does anyway, and it's going to be 12 on 3. All right. Austin Curris, Josh Klutz, Cameron Douglas, and Earl Yang.
Oh, he's so pretty. So pretty though.
You back up. Yang. Yang. Earl. You back up.
Back up. Same court.
Yeah.
Mike, how's it going, bro?
All right, buddy. How you doing? So we got Austin Curtis, Josh Klutz throwing against Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang. Austin, how you say your last name? Huh? Kraus. Kraus, you said? Austin Kraus. I say Kurish. That's close enough, wasn't it? Kraus. Austin Kraus. You know, some of these names, it's hard to pronounce some of these names. Oh, I can imagine.
Put it in here.
Oh, but he's paying again. Unless you're looking for the one he's paying with.
I want the gray one.
So, Mom, where you been? All right, here we go. We're fixing to
I've been playing with these anyway. That's far of it. They're still in, huh?
all right, here we go. Josh Klutz, first bag. His first bag's off to the right. He's sitting in his lane. Earl Yang goes to the right of Josh's first bag. Josh goes in with his next bag. Yang sets up behind Josh's bag. Josh hits Yang's bag and bounces off of it and goes in the hole. Yang goes up. He's got two bags sitting in front of the hole. Let's see if Josh, he goes up. He goes to the left. Yang goes up. He takes two bags in. It's going to be an 8-8 wash. So here we go. Austin Kraus going against Cameron Douglas. Austin's first bag is to the right. He's in Cameron's lane. Cameron goes around it and goes in. Austin goes in with his second bag. Cameron's in with his second bag. Austin's in with his third bag. Cameron's in with his third bag. Austin's in with his last bag. Cameron's off to the back of the board with his last bag, and it's going to be a 10-10 wash. Cameron had the opportunity to score. He just overthrowed his bag. Josh Klutz is off to the left. He's in Yang's lane, but Yang goes around Josh's bag and goes in. Yang goes up and he goes around Josh's bag, dragging one of Josh's bags in with his bag. Yang's got two bags in. Yang's up. He sets up a level one block on the left-hand side. Josh goes around it and goes in.
Yeah, you got one or lost? You won?
Oh, Yang steps out. It's going to be 7 on 8. Yang's still going to get a point. So Cameron Douglas has first bag. His first bag's up and in. Austin's first bag's off to the left. Cameron's off to the right with his second bag. Austin throws a little bit light. He sets up a level 3 block. Cameron goes around it, rolls over it, goes in. Austin goes up. He sets up a level 3 block. Cameron does another roll. Austin goes up. It's going to be 10 on 4. Austin giving up 6 points. Score now is going to be 7-0. Favor Cameron Douglas and Earl Yang. All right, Earl's in with his first bag. Josh is in with his first bag. Earl's up. He's over to the right. He's in Josh's lane. Josh uses Earl's bag to go in. Earl goes in with his third bag. Josh is in with his third. Earl's in. Josh is up. He stops. He hits Earl's bag, and it stops him short of the hole.
Whenever he's on fire.
So here we go. Cameron has first bag. His first bag, he's got a level 1 block. Austin goes to the left of that block. Cameron goes up. He drags that bag in with his bag. Austin goes up. He's got a level 1 block. Cameron drags that bag in. Austin goes to the left. Cameron goes up. He sets up in the middle of the hole. Austin stepping out. Austin goes up hard and goes up against him. It's going to be 10 on 6. It's going to be 11-0 now. Here we go. Earl's first bag is in. Josh's first bag is, he sets up a level 1 block. Earl drags it in, goes in with it. Josh goes in with that second bag. Earl goes off to the left off of the board, but he's still hanging on the board. Josh goes in with his third bag. Josh is in for a 12. It's going to be 12 on 10, and Josh and Austin are on the board. Here goes Austin's first bag. His first bag's in the hole. Cameron's in. Austin's in. You go. Cameron's off to the left with that third bag. Austin's off to the left with his third bag. Austin's in with his third bag, I'm sorry. Austin's in with his fourth bag. Cameron's in with his fourth bag. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Hey, no, you good. I can see everything on the screen here. Yeah. Yeah, if you step over here, you can see, you can see it on the screen. Josh's first bag is off to the left. There goes Yang. His first bag is in. Austin's in. Josh is in. Yang's off to the left behind Josh's bag on the left-hand side. Josh sets up in the middle of the board. He's got a level 2 block. Yang goes up. He hits it hard. His bag's on top of Josh's bag now. Yeah, that was a good shot. Earl made a good shot. All right. Josh sets up. He sets up behind it. He gives a block, but he sets up, knocks one of Earl's bags in. Earl just sets it on the board for an 8 on 6. getting 2 points, making it 13-2 now. All right, Cameron's in with his first bag. Austin sets up a block. Austin goes to the right with that next bag. Cameron's got one bag on the back of the board. He pushes Austin's bag up closer to the hole. Oh, he goes up. He takes everything in. He goes off to the left with that last bag. Here's Austin. He goes up. It's going to be 6-on-8, giving up 2 more points. It's going to be 15-2 now. Here we go, Earl Yang. Earl's off to the right with that first bag. That bag's going to be out of play. Josh is going to use it, though. Yang's off to the left with that next bag. Klutz is up the middle and goes in with his second bag. Yang's off to the right with his third bag. Josh is up the middle and in with his third bag. Yang is often a little bit hard to the back of the board. Josh goes in for a 12-on-4, making it 12-4. And guess what? They back in this game. So here's Austin, his first bag. His first bag, he sets up a level 1 block. Oh, and Cameron goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Oh, and Austin goes up and pushes that bag, his bag closer. Cameron goes around it and goes to the corner of the right-hand side. Oh, and Austin drags that bag just a little bit closer. He's got an opportunity here. Oh, and Cameron steps over and puts a block up, but Josh can step out. Josh is stepping out. Oh, he goes a little bit too hard. Oh, Cameron goes up for a roll shot, and he goes up on top of the bags, making it a 3-3 wash. Hello, PPR. Watch that one go down the drain. Josh is up. He's off to the right. That bag is hanging in the hole. That bag's still very playable. Yang goes off to the to the left and goes to the corner of the board. Josh goes in with his next bag. Yang goes to the right with that bag up against Josh's bag on the right-hand side. Josh goes in with his third bag. Yang goes over to the right behind his second bag. Josh is in with his last bag. Yang is off to the right with that bag, and it's going to be 10-on-4, making it 16-15 now, and we have a lead change. So here we go. Here goes Austin. He has first bag. His first bag is in. Cameron's first bag is off to the left. That bag is hanging. Austin sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. Cameron goes off the board on the left-hand side. Here goes Austin. Let's see what he does. He goes up. He drags that bag just a little bit closer, but he's still got that block. Cameron goes up, bounces over it, and bounces over the hole. Austin goes up, and he takes everything but one bag in. Oh, and Cameron goes over to the left, and it's going to be a 10-on-3. And lo and behold, Austin and Josh come back and win this game, and they were down 16-0. Hey, wasn't y'all down 16-0? Wasn't y'all down 16-0? Was it 15-2? 15-2. Yeah, they was down 15 points, and they come back and won this game. That's hard playing, guys. That's hard playing. That's hard playing, ain't it, Austin? All right, we're waiting on Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. All right, we got Austin and Josh playing against Gore and McCormick. All right, Josh's first bag's off to the right. McCormick's first bag is in. Josh is off to the right again, setting up behind his other bag. McCormick's behind Josh's bag with a block. Josh goes up with a short airmail drag and takes the bag in. McCormick goes in with his third bag. Josh goes off the back of the board with his fourth bag. McCormick's over to the right with his fourth bag, so it's going to be 7 on 8. So here we go. Jacob Gore's up. He's first bag. He throws his first bag. He's got a level 1 block. Austin goes around it and goes in. Jacob goes up. He pushes that bag a little bit closer. Austin goes up. He knocks Jacob's bag in. Sets up the side of Jacob's bag though. Jacob goes up. He's in. McCormick goes in. Austin goes up. Austin drags that bag in. It's going to be 3-0 favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Jeff's first bag is up on the right-hand side in Josh's lane. Josh goes past it and goes in. McCormick goes up, he's in. He's got 3 bags in, 2 bags in. Josh has got 3 in. McCormick goes up, he goes to the right. And Klutz goes up and goes in. It's going to be a 12 on 8. And we're going to have a lead change. Austin's in with his first bag. Jacob's in with his first bag. Austin's in. Jacob's off to the left just a little bit, but that bag's still playable. Austin drags it in, takes it with him. Gore goes in. Austin goes over to the left with that last bag. It's going to be 12 on 10. Giving Gore 2 more points. We're going to have a lead change. All right, here we go. McCormick's in with his first bag. Klutz is off to the right. McCormick's up the middle with his third bag. Josh is in. He drags them both in, cleaning everything up. McCormick's in with that third bag. Josh is off to the right. To the left. McCormick's in for a 12. Josh is up. He hits the airmail, but he misses the drag. Giving up 2 more points. It's going to be 7-4 now. Jacob Gore has first bag. He throws a level 2 block on the left-hand side. Austin Kirsch goes up, rolls over Jacob Gore's bag, goes in the hole. Austin goes up. He sets up a block behind Gore's bag. Gore goes up. He hits that bag and goes in. Gore's in. Austin Kirsch is in. All right, here we go. McCormick has first bag. McCormick's first bag is in. Josh Klutz is in. McCormick's off to the right. Josh Klutz is in. McCormick's in. Klutz is off to the right. McCormick's in. Klutz is in. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. So here we go. Jacob Gore has first bag. Jacob's first bag is in. Austin's first bag is to the back of the board, but it's setting in the hole. Jacob throws a level 1 block up. Austin goes to the right. Jacob goes to the left and goes. That bag's not quite out of play. Oh, he goes up with an airmail, misses. Gives Austin's opportunity. Austin stepping out. He goes up and he goes in. So now the score is going to be 6-9. Austin and Josh still fighting. Josh is in with his first bag. McCormick's in. Klutz is off to the left with that second bag. McCormick's in with his second bag. Josh is in with his third bag. McCormick's back to the right and sitting on the back side of the hole. Josh sets up a block. McCormick goes to the left. It's going to be an 8-8 wash.
You late, bro.
Here we go. Austin has first bag. Austin's first bag is off to the right just a little bit. It's in Jacob's play. Jacob actually drags that bag just a little bit closer to the hole. Austin goes up and goes in with his next bag. Jacob's in with that next bag. Jacob's in with his next bag. Austin's in. Jacob's off to the left with that last bag. Oh, and Jacob's in. It's going to be a 12-on-8. Giving up 4 points. It's going to be 13-6 now. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Where's your girl at?
She didn't want to come.
Oh, really?
So I came straight from work.
Oh, bless your heart, brother.
Yeah. No, I gave a lot of questions the last 2 times we played.
He's pretty good, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's hot.
Yeah.
But then it be hot at the same time.
Yeah.
He's hot. I'm giving up points.
No.
He's
Yeah.
He's
I
giving
think they're gonna have to play them.
Huh?
They just lost this round.
all this stuff like what?
Oh, he lost?
Yeah, they just lost.
Oh, then he's out.
They out,
I thought
yeah.
this is their first out. Was this their second out?
Josh is in with his first bag. Klutz.
Second out? Oh.
And they came back and won?
McCormick's off to the left and off to the right with a bag.
Mickey's wife?
Josh Klutz is in with that bag. Oh, and
You out?
McCormick's off to the left. Klutz is in. It's going to be 8 points for them. So it's going to be 14-13. It's going to be a lead change.
Second one.
They step back up into this game.
Keep that up.
Austin's got a level 1 block. He's sitting right dead in front of the hole. Let's see what Jacob's got planned here. Jacob goes up, does a roll shot, and goes in. Beautiful shot. Austin goes up. He drags that bag closer to the hole. Both bags are sitting dead in the hole. Jacob goes up. He pushes one in. Oh, and Austin goes up. Let's see what Jacob's going to do here. Jacob goes up with a hard push. He pushes one of Austin's bags in, plus he sets up a block. Austin goes in with that next bag. Jacob's in. It's going to be a 12-on-10. Now we're going to have another lead change. Score is going to be 16-15 now. McCormick's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Josh goes up behind it. McCormick goes over to the left with that next bag. Josh goes up for airmail, misses. McCormick goes up. He pushes that bag over to the right. Josh goes up. He misses that next bag. He's got 2 bags off. McCormick's got one in the hole. Josh has got one in the hole, one on the board. So that makes it 17-14 now. Jacob's first bag is in. Austin's first bag, he sets up a level 1 block, setting in front of the hole. Jacob does a replacement bag. Austin goes up. Oh, and Austin drags one of Jacob's bags in. Jacob goes up. Oh, Austin goes up. This might be it right here. Yep, it is. That's it.
Yeah. So you're gonna get fifth and third. Oh. Third. Well, actually, it's not fifth and third yet. Yeah, the next game will be fifth. Yeah. I'll see you out.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys play against
Me? They go double your
No, I played,
No, your next round, it's either Jacob and his team or...
oh no, I play against, oh yeah, Jacob or Kenny. Earl, you're playing the last tournament too, Earl? Playing the last tournament?
No, he does second. See that? That was so cool.
You, me, and BJ.
Dude, Drake.
Yeah, you should have told me I would have waited and did the third one too.
Why didn't you guys take it?
We're just putting it in there just to put it in there.
One of y'all better take it.
I don't know why you did.
Hey, Vince, you seen this Austin Chamas?
No, we could, oh shit, do they have another person? There's only 4 of us.
9 years old.
Who is Jay Rucker?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I seen a video of him. Oh yeah, he bad boy.
yeah. 9 years old. He's making a wave into ACL in his rookie year. This is his rookie year. ACL Pro rookie year. First year.
Yeah, he bad. I seen him
Playing as a rookie. He said, yeah. Can you believe this? 9 years old, yeah. That's amazing, ain't it?
How they pick that shit up just like that?
Yeah.
Well, that's the case. I think I should get the back.
I don't know, I think they probably do.
All right, we want to do a commercial. We want to thank our sponsors, Hartzell's Garage Doors, Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Bridges Corp, Angie's Pressure Washing. Want to thank all of those sponsors tonight for being here, being a part of this tournament. Want to thank everybody for listening, tuning in tonight. Going to give a big shout out to Mickey and Jennifer Cook for their creating this place for us and it all coming together. They've worked really, really hard for this venue to come together, and we appreciate them. We have some guests here tonight. We have Mickey Cook. I mean, not Mickey Cook, but Mickey Polk. He stopped by tonight to play with us. We have several folks from out of town. I don't know exactly how many we do have here, but we've got a good venue here tonight. So far, everything's went smoothly as usual. And we got Tony Maness and Brandon Shue. You're going to be up against Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. I said Jacob Gore. Oh, yes, I am. And I don't yell whoopsie when you're about to throw. I don't yell whoopsie before you throw. I yell it when the other player does it. And if you hadn't thrown yet, I'm sorry. Wah! ACL Pro Jacob Gore, #1 in the world right now. Jacob, ain't you ranked #1 in the world right now? Are you ranked #1? Who is? Jack's #1? What are you, 27? 120? 151? You're going to have to bring it up, man. Let's excuse me. We got Jacob Gore and Jackson Gore, the twin terrorists. Jackson is #1, ranked #1 in the world. Jacob's 151. So that tells you just how many people are actually in the ACL playing professional cornhole. All right.
What, boy?
All right, so we got Jacob Gore, Jeff McCormick throwing against Tony Maness, Brandon Shue. Tony's throwing against Jacob. Jacob's first bag is in. Tony's first bag is off to the right and off the board. Jacob throws up a level 3 block. Tony goes around it and goes off the board. Again, he has 2 bags off. Jacob goes up. He tries a roll bag, and it just rolls right in front of his own bag. Jacob goes up hard and goes off of the back of the board. Tries to push him bags closer. Tony goes up for airmail, misses. It's going to be a 5-on-1. Going to be 4 points. It's going to be a total of 5-0 favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. So here's Jeff McCormick's first bag. His first bag is in. Brandon Shue, he sets up a level 1 block on the left-hand side. It's in his lane. Cormick goes around that bag and goes in. Oh, and Shue is going to drag his bag a little bit closer. McCormick's going to take him in with him. Shue's going to go off to the left just a little bit with that last bag. Cormick goes off to the right with his last bag. Shue's in, and it's going to be a 10-10 wash. So they stopped the bleeding now, so let's just see if Tony can get something together here and score a couple points on Jacob. But, you know, these boys are professionals, and they hard to score on, but you can do it. Jacob's off to the left of that first bag. Tony's in with his, the side of Jacob's bag. He sets up a block. With that next bag. Jacob rolls over that bag.
He goes in. Tony's up. He goes in with that third bag. Jacob goes up. He sets up a level 1 block. He's got 2 bags setting in the hole. Tony goes up, just lays up. It's going to be a 10 on 8. Going to give Tony Manus 2 points. So here we go. Brandon Shue has first bag. First bag is in. All right. It's going to be a 10 on 6. And I think we're going to have a lead change. And we do have. Hey, buddy. Tony Manus' first bag's off to the left. Jacob Gore's in. Tony Manus is off to the right. That bag's hanging in the hole. Jacob's in. He goes right by it and don't touch it. Goes in. Tony goes up against his own bag. Jacob goes around it and goes in. Oh, and Tony goes in. Oh, and Jacob goes in for a 12 on 6, taking down 6. Going to be 11. We're going to have a lead change. All right.
Team versus team. Squad versus squad.
Here we go. McCormick has his first bag. It's off to the left, but it's sitting there in the edge of the hole. He goes up. He sets up a block on the right-hand side also. Oh, and Shue goes up. He sets up right in the middle of those 2 bags of McCormick's. Let's see who's going to go first. Brandon knocks one of McCormick's bags in. Shoot it!
Only one though.
Yeah, 4 on 6 is not going to give up but 2 points. And that's a good bag. He gives up 2 points. Smart move. Steve, you still in it?
Well, I can tell you what, BGs, I can't throw them daggone Kingslayer that he's got.
Oh,
just
really?
Don't come out of my hand where it's split.
Really?
If it's this far off, this coming down here, it's that means there.
Man, yep.
But he's throwing them good, so we're going to run with it.
Yeah. All right, Jacob Gore stepping out. He's fixing to do something crazy. Tony Manus just drug 2 bags for 1. Jacob knocks his bag in, but he goes off to the left for that last bag of his. Oh, and Tony's up, and he's in. He got 2 points. It's 8-13 now. They gaining. Brandon Shue, Tony Manus, they gaining. Brandon's off to the right. He's in McCormick's lane on the right-hand side. McCormick goes around it and goes in. Brandon tries to go up and drag it in a little bit, but McCormick goes to the right of it also. Shue's got 2 bags on the left, right-hand side. McCormick's got 1. Shue's in with that bag. McCormick's off to the left with that last bag. No, 3rd bag. Shue's in with his 3rd bag. McCormick's off to the right. It's going to give up 2 points. It's going to make it 10-13 now. Tony and Brandon Shue still hanging in here tough. Tony has first bag. His first bag's off to the left, to the back of the board. Jacob's off to the right, to the back of the board. Tony's up. He's got a level 1 block sitting dead in the hole. Jacob goes up. He touches Tony's bag, but he don't move it enough to go in. Tony goes up. He sets up right beside of that bag in the hole. Jacob goes up. He sets up in front of Tony's bag. That's a beautiful block. He's kindly on top of Tony's bag also. Oh, and Tony goes up for an airmail and he hits it. Now Jacob goes in for a 6 and Tony's got an 8. It's going to be 2 more points. It's going to be 12-13 now. And Tony Maness and Brandon Shue have come back, and they're within 1 point of Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Brandon Shue's first bag's off to the left. McCormick's first bag's off to the right and off of the board. Brandon goes up. He's off to the left again. McCormick goes up. He sets up behind Shue's bag. Shue hits that bag and goes up the board just a little ways. And McCormick goes up, sets up a side-by-side. He's got a level 1 block. He goes up. He tries to hit it. It's going to be 4-on-3. And it's going to be a tie ball game here. We got a tie cornhole game, 13-13. Tony Maness has first bag. His first bag's off to the right. Jacob Gore's in the hole. Tony's in the hole with his second bag. Jacob's in with his second bag. Tony's in with his third bag. Jacob's in with his third bag. Tony's in with his fourth bag for a 10. Jacob's in for a 12. It's going to be 2 points, and we're going to have a lead change. It's going to be 15-13, favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Here's Jeff. His first bag's off to the right and off of the board. Brandon Shue's first bag sitting on the left-hand side in the hole. That bag's still very much playable. He knocked that bag in, but he leaves the bag on the left-hand side of the hole. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, he drags it. He almost drug that bag with him. Let's see if he can get it this time. Oh, he can't get it, but it's going to be an 8-on-7. So it's going to be 1 point for Brandon Shue, and Tony Maness making it 14-15. Giving Tony first bag. Tony's first bag is in. Jacob's first bag's off to the left. He's got a level 2 block. He's sitting kindly to the left of the center of the hole. Oh, and Tony does a whoopsie. Oh, and Jacob goes up. He drags that bag in. Tony sits up behind Jacob's bag. He's got a level 2 block. Jacob goes up. He hits Tony's bag and knocks his bag in. Oh, and Tony does another whoopsie. Oh, and Jacob goes up hard. It's going to be 8-on-4, making it 19-14. Whoopsie. I know. It surprised me. You caught me off guard over here. McCormick's first bag is off the back of the board. Brandon Shue's off to the right, but that bag's still in play. It could be played. But I think he's just going to play what he's got. Just put them all in. Just take that 1 point. He throws a block on McCormick. McCormick goes up. Oh, it's going to be a 6-on-7. It's going to be 20-14. Tony Maness is in. Jacob Gore was in with his first bag. He's in with that second bag. Tony's in with his second bag. Jacob's in with his third bag.
Tony's in with his, oh, and Tony goes off of the back of the board. Jacob goes in for a 12. Tony goes in for a 9. And Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick's going to take it down. Holy.
Are you on the king seat?
Hurry up!
What I like playing with these guys, like, even though I'm a
Oh.
we're up. I was really exciting, you know, so it's really fun because they're more competitive, you know? Like the way those two are, they're the way these two are. I know that the kings are wrong, but it depends on how you're throwing that round. He just threw, really, I probably should have. Every time we threw it, I always threw it. I threw a 12, he threw a freaking 12, he threw a freaking 3.
Our first round, my guy threw a 12.
Already set him up.
He was already 9-0.
Then he slowed down.
Yeah, that's why he was like, damn, I was like, because I started catching that third. And I was going good.
That's what happened. So you think slide? That's what happened earlier. Why? They two point different. They one on one, 3 point.
All right, we got Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick back up against David Pope and Young Yuping. How you say his name?
Ion? It's Ion.
Ion?
Yeah,
It's Ion?
Yeah, it is.
Tell me what
No,
it is.
it's Ion.
It's you paying.
It's Yuping.
It's not. Hey,
Yuping.
hey. Go be Ion, but yeah, Ion.
Yuping.
No, this is not a bad.
Pootie Hank.
No, I ain't calling him no names like that. Not over. No, y'all get on out of here.
Pootie, yeah, his nickname is Pootie.
We ain't doing that.
Yes,
Call him
you pay.
Julio.
No, we're gonna call him Yuping.
His name's Julio. His real name's Julio.
Hey,
Well, that ain't what he's
his name's
got.
Ion, right?
Don't listen to him.
Yuping. We got you, Yuping. All right, here we go. Jacob's got one bag off to the right. David Pope's got 2 bags in. He just shrugged one of Jacob's bags in. Jacob's got a bag off to the right. Oh, and David got a bag off to the left. Jacob goes in here. It's going to be a wash. It's going to be an 8-8 wash. And here we go. We got Yuping throwing against Jeff McCormick. I think Yuping has first bag. Yuping's off to the right with that first bag. McCormick's in with his first bag. Yuping's over to the right-hand side of the board. He's in McCormick's lane. McCormick goes around him and goes in. Yuping goes off to the right and goes off of the board. McCormick goes to the back of the board. Yuping's in. McCormick's off to the left. It's going to be a all right, Jacob Gore's got 3 points. He's in with his first bag. David Polk's in with his first bag. Jacob's in. David's in. Jacob's in. David Polk's off to the left just a little bit. Jacob over to the right and misses it. Oh, and David goes up. It's going to be a 12-on-8. It's going to be 7-0 favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Here we go. McCormick's first bag. His first bag is in. Yupang, he sets up a level 1 block in front of McCormick. McCormick drags Yuping's bag in. Oh, and Yupang goes off to the right. McCormick's in. Yupang's in. McCormick's off to the right with that bag. Yupang goes in here. He can wash it out. Oh, and he goes too far to the right. It's going to be 8-on-10, giving up 2 points. Jacob's in with his first bag. David Polk is in with his first bag. Jacob's in with his second bag. David's in with his second bag. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. David tries to go around it and goes off to the too far to the right, left. Jacob goes up. David goes up. He drags him in. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Still going to be 9-0 favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Jeff McCormick's off to the right. That bag's going to be, it's playable. Yuping sets up a level 1, level 2 block on the right-hand side. David goes, Jeff McCormick goes around it and drags both bags in. Ping goes in with that next bag. McCormick's off to the left. Ping's in with that bag. Oh, McCormick's off to the little bit too hard. Oh, and Ping goes in for a 10. It's going to be a 10-on-8, and he's going to score 2 points, putting David Polk and Yuping on the board now. David Polk has first bag. David Polk's first bag is off to the left, and it's sitting dead in the hole as a level 1 block. Jacob throws up and does a side-by-side. David goes up. He drags Jacob's bag with his bag and goes in. Jacob goes in with that next bag. David goes up. He pushes up against that first bag that he throws. Jacob goes up, trying to go around it, ends up going underneath it. Oh, and David Polk, what a shot. He just drug all 3 bags in with 1 bag. He cleaned it up. He done an airmail drag. He drug 2 bags for a 12. Jacob drug his bag for a 12. It's a 12-12 wash. We have a social. So here we go. Yuping. His first bag, he sets up a level 1 block. He's sitting right in front of the hole. It's got total hole control right now. McCormick's off to the left. Oh, and Yuping's up the middle and drags that bag and goes in with it. McCormick tries to push his bag in and goes off to the left just a little bit. Ping goes in with that next bag. McCormick's off the board with that third bag. Oh, and Ping tries to set up a block. He ends up going to the left. It's going to be 10-on-3 though. It's going to give them 7 points, and guess what? It's going to be a tie cornhole game. So here we go. Do I?
Love your comment.
Oh, thank you.
David Polk's off to the right with that first bag, but that bag's hanging. Jacob throws a level 2 block on the right-hand side. Oh, and David Polk goes up for an air mail, and he hits the air mail. His bag falls with the vibration of Jacob's next bag. He goes up for another air mail. He hits that one. It's hanging on the back side. Oh, he lost that one, but his bag goes in for a 9. Jacob goes in for a 10, giving up 1 point, and we're going to have a lead change. So here we go. Ping Ion throwing against Jeff McCormick. McCormick's first bag is up and in. Ping's first bag is off to the right, but that bag is still, it was in McCormick's lane, and McCormick throws a bag up behind it. Now Ping's going to have the opportunity to just wash it out. Oh, McCormick's off to the left and off of the back of the board. Here's Ping's opportunity. He sets it up. He puts the bag on the board. McCormick goes in for a 7. Ping can go in for an 8. Oh, and he does. He goes in for an 8. And the score is tied once again. 10-10. David Polk has first bag. His first bag is in. Jacob's first bag is in. Polk's second bag is in. Jacob's second bag is in. Polk is in. Gore's in. Polk is in for a 12. Gore's in for a 12. And we have a social. Yeah, we got a social. So here we go. McCormick has first. Nope. Ping has first bag. Oh, Yo Pung Ping is over to the Zion is over to the left. McCormick's in. Yu Pung is off to the right to the back of the board, but the bag's still on. McCormick's in with his second bag. All right, Yo Ping sets up a block on the left-hand side, but he does not close up the gap. McCormick sets up in the middle of the board beside a Yu Ping's bag. Now Yu Ping's going to have to do a roll shot. Oh, he done a hard shot and ends up going off to the left. And McCormick goes up and he hits the bag. And it's going to be 12 on 3, giving up 9 points. It's going to be 19-10. Favor Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick. Jacob Gore's in. David Polk is off to the left on the left-hand side. Jacob's in with his second bag. David's up. He sets up the side of the... All right, Gore sets up the side of Polk's. Oh, Polk goes up. He takes that bag and goes in. Jacob takes that bag and goes in with his last bag. Polk's up and he's off to the left, and it hangs up, and it's going to be 2 points. And David Polk and Yo Ping Zion goes down. Hey, how did you turn out?
Oh, I didn't play.
Why didn't you play? Oh, really?
Maybe you're not feeling it, and you're just gonna give away money.
Well, listen. What better way to give away money than to practice?
I agree.
I mean, you know, you can get that's just
I know.
that's just practice. That's $10 practice game. That's all that is.
I agree. But
You get
know,
two
like,
chances.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, last time it was on a Friday. We did switches. I'm not lying. Oh yeah, when we played together.
Yeah.
I was throwing like just.
Yeah, you was throwing lights out. You was throwing good.
Well, that was towards
The first part of it, you
the
wasn't.
First part of it, I
The
don't
second
know.
part, though, you come in.
But I was so disappointed because you know, like I really strive on, you know, doing good, right? Because
Yeah.
you know I would say we're pretty decent players, right?
Yeah.
It's like when I was doing the switches, I was so mad at myself because I'm like, how the heck did I do that? And then
Yeah.
when we played the first round with I can't remember who we played it with.
Yeah.
And I already knew that I could beat them, but I still could not beat them. So me and Dad lost the first round. And so
Yeah.
I was so mad at myself. I was like, okay, what the hell's wrong with me, right? So then we decided to switch bags, and then I went back there and practiced his bag.
Yeah.
And then after that, so when we played the second game, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, I was still kind of thrown off, but then like, you know, we were kind of like washing and stuff. So then that's when I got my momentum, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. But I, you know, like,
Yeah, I know y'all killed us. I mean, quick too.
I don't know. Well, then you said, then we played those bags. Well, you played
Yeah.
those bags, and you said when you killed it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
But that's
about it.
you know, it happens like
Yeah, it
that
does.
sometimes. You know.
Like even though you're throwing fire at your partner,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
the
if you
part,
if you get a
yeah.
you know a not so good a partner, you know it's
Yeah, then it's
you
a
know,
done deal,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hard to win. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why. But you know, because I guess like
Now, how did y'all do that night? Did y'all
we won first place.
y'all come
Yeah,
in first
we did
place?
come in first,
That
yeah.
was so good.
Oh my
Hey,
God, but
good job.
What's crazy though is that because that night they had ghosts, like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that guy. Oh my God,
Yeah.
he was on point. Four bagging me, and it wasn't until the end he got tired.
Yeah.
And so like that's when he started throwing off.
Yeah.
So that's how me and Dad came back.
Yeah.
And then we played another round.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it because, like, I know that your partner was good, but even he was a little bit more challenging. By the time that we got to the first, by the time that we got to the first round,
not
it
giving
was
you
really
a
done good.
Really.
Yeah. But the other ones were actually harder than the other ones. So.
Well, I'm glad you done
Yeah.
good though. I'm glad y'all did.
I appreciate it.
I am.
I think
I'll tell you
sometimes,
what.
but you're right. You know, sometimes you just gotta play and you never know. You know, like
Yeah, you don't never know when it could happen. I mean, you know, you could be throwing your worst game and get up there and just you know, maybe switch a bag or switch something over or switch sides or something, just anything different that you hadn't been doing. And bam, it just come to you and just, woo, and you burn them up. I mean, you know, you can really throw good. I mean, you're a good thrower anyway, you know.
I don't know. Some days it's like, but like my husband's always really hard on me because it's true. Like, you know, like some days I'm like on fire, and some days it's like, what the hell's wrong with you? So it's like a lot
Yeah.
of the inconsistency. But I think like if I get to that point where I don't mentally let things get to me, then
Yeah.
I'm good. But when I start letting things get to me, and then like, and plus I get very easily sidetracked.
Yeah,
And
if
so-
your mind starts going
Yeah.
every which way,
That's
it's
when
hard
it's
to
like,
it's hard to focus.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and
that's why, like, you know, I see the Gore brothers, they wear the earphones because.
yeah, but you know what? A lot of times that's more of a distraction than it is a help.
Yeah,
Because I've seen them take them out before
Oh, just
because
like a
it was having a bad game.
I guess that's
They'd
true.
take them out. You know, so sometimes they can be a help, but sometimes they can be a hindrance to you too.
That's
So-
true. Oh, so they can be playing exactly.
Yeah.
Here. Okay.
All right, we waiting on Jacob Gore and we waiting on Zach Donahue and Siri Thea.
Yeah. But dude, your commentaries are so like I love listening to it because
Really?
it's like I really like listening to it because it makes it so exciting. Honestly, like I really, if my son wasn't, he's turning 12.
Yeah.
But he's a commentary guy too. Like he
Oh,
can
does
sit
it?
there.
Well, you want to tell him to come up here. He can play with me. He
I'm
can.
thinking about it.
Yeah, he can do it
Because he
too. Listen, we got a set of headsets here. We can put on a
He
headset.
would love it because, like at home, like you know he watches games or he does his own thing and like he's commenting on like
Yeah.
things and like sometimes it's just so funny, you know. And I was thinking
Yeah.
about it and I've heard you guys comment and he would love it. But of course like you
Bring
know,
him up
this
here
is-
and let's let him do it one night. We'll get him on here.
Yeah, that because
I'll help him out. I'll help him, and you know, I'll stay out here with him and everything. And yeah, we'd love that. Man, Mickey Cook would have a fit if he seen a kid over here doing that. He'd love it.
Like he's a shy kid, you know. Like so
Yeah.
at first he's kind of shy,
Yeah.
but he's also a very confident kid too.
Yeah.
So if he can get himself like out of his little zone,
Yeah.
then he would totally love it. And so when I hear you say, when I hear you speaking, it reminds me so much of him because he's like, it's like he's so animated and like he has like such enthusiastic.
I'll be watching games at the house on my phone, and I'll be commentating. You know?
Yeah.
There won't be nobody there. I'll be by
No,
myself.
and that's
you know?
exactly how he is.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with it. It's like
No.
personality, you know? Like that
Yeah.
means you got personality.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Oh, me and Keith were just talking about
Well,
it's like
I've been financially struggling, and Mickey really he blesses me with a little bit of money to do this. And you know, I'm telling you though, but I'm scared I might have to have my lights might get cut off. I'm hoping not, but I'm trying to. The lights cut off at the house if I don't have the money. I got till the 18th to pay the bill. So I've got I think I got $187 in the bank right now. So I need 129 more. So this right here is going to give me 50. So, but I ain't gonna put it all in there. I'll have to use some of it for gas. So I'm gonna put 40 in. Put 40 in the bank and keep 10 out for gas. You know, but no, we don't live together or nothing like that. No, now she give me $70 the other day to of money that she made, and she actually give it all to me. Everything she made was $90, and I said, no, we're not. I said, we're not doing that, honey. I said, here. I said, you take this $40. She said, no. She said, just put it in the bank. I said, no, you're going to take at least $20 for gas. I said, you got to have gas. Because, see, we help each other, you know, in that area, but we don't live together. You know, neither one of us is getting any benefits, you know. So, we're doing good. We're doing good with that, too. We're doing good. And I appreciate her. She's a wonderful person. Yeah, she is.
I never like talked to her, but I could just tell from.
Oh, you ought to talk to her one night. She's, you know, oh yeah, she loves to talk. Yes. No, you go ahead. I'm good. We got Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick back up against Zach Donahue and Siri. So I think they just started. Zach Donahue and Siri got 2 points. Zach's first bag is up and off to the left. Now that bag's hanging on the left-hand side. Jacob goes up. He sets up behind Donahue's bag. Donahue stepping out. He goes up hard. He hits up against Jacob's bag. They both have bags sitting in front of the hole. Jacob's got a level 2 block. Donahue's got a level 1. Now Donahue just shot up the middle hard as he could. Jacob just shot up the middle hard as he could. See what Donahue does. Oh, and Donahue. I think that's going to be an 8-8. Nope, it's going to be a 6-8 or 6-10. It's going to be 4 more points for Zach Donahue. Here goes Siri. Siri's first bag's in. Siri. McCormick's first bag's off to the right. Siri's in. He pushes McCormick's bag further to the right. Out of play. McCormick throws one in front of the hole. Siri goes to the right. McCormick's up. He sets that bag up and does a replacement bag. Siri goes up. He goes past McCormick's bag, knocking McCormick in. It's going to be 10-8, and McCormick has 2 points. Here we go. Jacob Gore's first bag is off to the right. That bag's still not out of play. Donahue's in with his first bag. Jacob's off to the left with that next bag. Donahue's up, he's in. Jacob's in with that third bag. Donahue's in. Jacob's in. Jacob's in with that fourth bag. Donahue's in for a 12. It's going to be 12 on 10. Donahue's going to get 2 points. Now the score is going to be 8-2, favor Zach Donahue and Cerie Theo. Cerie's first bag is up. It's off to the left, but that bag's in play. It can still be played. McCormick throws a bag up the side of it. He does a side-by-side. Cerie goes up. He drags his bag in. McCormick drags his bag. They both have 2 bags in. Cerie's in with that next bag. McCormick's in with his next bag. Cerie's in for a 12. McCormick's in for a 10. He's over to the left. He goes off to the left for a 10. It's going to be a 10 on 12. It's 10-2 now. Here goes Donahue. He has first bag. His first bag is in. Jacob Gore, he sets up a level 1 block. Donahue sets up a level 3. He's sitting behind Jacob's bag. Jacob goes around Donahue's bag and goes in and drags his own bag. Beautiful shot. Donahue goes up the middle, dragging his own bag in himself for another shot. Jacob goes up. He goes to the left with that last bag. Donahue goes in. It's going to be a 10 on 12 again. Favor of Donahue, making it 12-2 now. Cerie's in with his first bag. McCormick's in with his first bag. Cerie's up. He sets up a level 1 block. McCormick goes to the right. He's setting up on the right-hand side. Cerie goes up, does a replacement bag. McCormick goes in, dragging Cerie's bag with him. Cerie goes up. He drags McCormick's bag. McCormick goes up and goes in, just like Jacob said. It's going to be a 12 on 10 again. Still 2 more points for Donahue and Cerie Theo. Donahue's first bag is in. Jacob's first bag is in. Donahue's next bag is in. Jacob's next bag is over to the right. Donahue goes around Jacob's bag on the left-hand side. Jacob goes up real easy, pushing his bag. Oh, and Jacob goes up hard. It's going to be a 10 on 8. It's going to be 16-2 now. Here comes Cerie. Cerie's in with his first bag. Cerie's in with his first bag. McCormick's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Cerie goes to the left. McCormick's in with both bags. Cerie's up. He's got a level 1 block. Oh, McCormick goes to the right now. He's giving it back to Cerie. Cerie goes in for 10. McCormick goes in for 10. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Donahue has first bag. Donahue's first bag is up. He's over to the right just a little bit. He has a level 1 block. Jacob goes around that bag and goes in. Donahue goes around his own bag and goes in. Jacob sets up a block right beside to the left of Donahue's bag. Donahue hits it hard and sets up in front of the hole. Donahue drags all of them bags in, leaving one of his bags sitting there. Donahue's in. It's going to be a 10 on 12. It's going to be 2 points for Jacob. Score now is 4-16. Favored Zach Donahue and Cerie Theo. McCormick's first bag is off to the back of the board. Series first bag's over to the right. It's in play. McCormick's second bag's in. Series up in both of those bags. He drags those bags in. McCormick throws a block on the left-hand side. Series goes up. He sets up behind McCormick's block. McCormick goes to the right and goes to the right of the board. That bag's going to be out of play. It's going to be 3 points for Donahue and Siri. Score now is 19-4. Zach Donahue's off to the left of that first bag. Jacob Gore's in with his first bag. Donahue's off to the left with that next bag. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 2 block. Donahue goes over it, pushes it up just a little bit closer. Jacob goes past it and goes in. Donahue goes in for an 8. Jacob goes up and he does a 12 and he gets 4 points. What a shot for Jacob Gore. Beautiful shot. Beautiful drag shot. Beautiful shot, Jacob. Ooh. McCormick's off. The first bag is off to the right. Series off out of the hole, but he's to the right, but his bag's still on the board. McCormick went in with that second bag. Series in. McCormick's in with his third bag. Series up. He's got a level 1 block on the left-hand side. McCormick's up. He's in with that third bag. Oh, and Series in also, so it's going to be an 8 on 9, and I think it's giving up 1 point. Score now is 9-19. Here goes Jacob. Jacob's first bag is in. Donahue sets up a level 3 block. Jacob goes around it and goes in. Donahue pushes that bag up. He sets up in front of the hole now. Jacob sets up behind Donahue's bags. Let's see what Donahue does here. Jacob's got a level 3 block. Donahue goes up. He hits that bag hard behind Jacob Gore, but he don't move anything. Just move. Oh, and Jacob goes up, dragging his bag in. That was a beautiful shot. Donahue goes up. It's going to be 13-19. Oh, and McCormick's first bag is off. Here's Siri's opportunity to win this game right here. His first bag is in. McCormick's off to the left with that next bag. Siri's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. McCormick's off to the right. Siri's up the middle and he drags both of those bags in. It's a 9 on 7 right now. And that's the game. Donahue, Zach Donahue, and Sari Theo take them down. Take Jacob Gore and Jeff McCormick down.
Whoopsies.
No, I've known it for a little bit.
Jamie Graham comes. He comes once in a while. You got Robbie Davis. He comes. Robbie Davis comes. Yeah. There's some of these other guys in here that are competitive players. I'm competitive. All right, we got Zach Donahue and Martin Coberly throwing on the lower end. Martin has first bag against Zach. Zach's first bag is in. Martin's off to the right. Martin sets up a level 2 block. Oh, and Donahue, he got a killer roll shot, rolls over that bag and goes in. Oh, and Donahue rolls over another one. That's 2 roll shots. All right, and Coberly goes up and drags one of his bags in. Donahue in for a 12. Coberly has a 7. It's going to be 5 points for Zach Donahue and Siri Theo. So here we go. Got Siri throwing against Steve. Siri's up, straight up the middle. That first bag. Steve is up. He's off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Siri goes up. He pushes it on out of play with his own bag. Steve goes up, sits up on the right-hand side. Siri goes up. He sits behind Steve's bag. He's got a block. Steve goes to the left, sitting up beside of Siri. Now Siri has and Siri drags 3 bags in. And Steve goes up hard. It's going to be 4 on 10. It's going to be 6 points. The score is going to be 11-0 favor Zach Donahue and Siri Theo. Donahue has first bag. His first bag's off to the left. Now that bag is playable. It's still playable. Martin Coberly goes to the left. He sets up. Donahue hits Martin Coberly's bag, pushing his own bag in. Now Coberly hits his own bag and goes in. Donahue is in. Donahue's in. Coberly's got 3 bags piled up on top of each other. Donahue goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Coberly goes up, taking 2 bags in, getting 1 point. So Steve Salois has got first bag. His first bag is in. Siri goes off to the right. Now that bag's in Steve's lane. Steve uses it to take a bag in and goes in. Siri sets up another level 2 block in front of the hole, right in the middle. He's got hole control right now. He goes up, he goes hard, and he takes one of his bags in, doing a replacement bag. Steve goes up, setting it up. Siri goes off to the right. It's going to be a a 5-5 wash. All right, here we go. Coberly's in with that first bag. Donahue's off to the right. He tries to set up a block. He don't go up far as he wanted to go, but Coberly obliges him by setting up right beside of him. Donahue tries to go around, but he goes a little bit further than he wanted to the left. His cut shot didn't work. Coberly goes up. His cut shot is setting in the hole. Donahue goes up for a roll, and it don't roll over Coberly's bag. It was setting up too high. Oh, and Coberly goes up for airmail. He knocks one of Donahue's bags in. Oh, and Donahue goes up, and I think it's going to be... Oh, Coberly's going to get 2 points. So Steve has first bag. Steve's first bag is in. Series first bag is in. Steve's next bag is off to the right. Cherie's off to the right beside of Steve. Steve goes up, dragging Cherie's bag in with his bag. Cherie goes up, goes in. Steve goes in. Oh, and Cherie does a whoopsie. So here we go. Coberly goes off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Donahue's in. Coberly's over to the right with that next bag. That's going to be in Donahue's lane. That bag's in play. It can be played. Coberly goes in. Donahue goes in. Coberly goes in. Donahue goes in. Coberly's up. He tries to drag a bag and ends up going over to the right. Donahue's in for a 12. It's going to be 17-7 now. Here goes Cherie is in for his first bag is in. Steve's first bag is off the board. Cherie sets up a level 1 block, a level 2 block. Steve goes up, he hits it, but he goes over to the left. Cherie tries to set up behind it, but ends up going short. Steve goes up with an airmail. He hits the short airmail, but he don't go in, but he does drag the bag right in front of the hole. There's a level 1 and a level 2 block. Cherie goes up and goes in. Oh, and Steve goes up and goes in. So the score now is 19-8, 19-7. Donahue's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side of that hole. Coberly steps out and throws up. He sets up beside of Donahue's bag. Donahue goes up. He sets up behind Coberly's bag, but it goes to the left. Coberly goes up. He drags that bag in. Donahue steps out. He drags that bag in that he had sitting there. Beautiful shot. It's going to be a wash right here. Oh, and Donahue goes in for a 10. Coberly goes in for a 10. He can wash it out. Oh, goes off to the left. And guess what? That's going to do it for Martin Coberly and Steve Salois.
third one. Yes, I did. I do is hella strong. Yeah. That's what he does. I mean, he walked in and that's what I said.
All right, we got Zach Donahue and Sheree Theo against Jackson Gore and Keith Wilkerson. They're doing a down and back right now.
Why you eating, bro? What's his name? The Ion? Okay. I was like, yeah, it is Ion.
All right, here we go. Steve Wilkerson going against Sheree Theo. Sheree's first bag is in. Wilkinson first bag is off to the right. Series off to the left of that bag and goes in. Pushes Wilkinson's bag out just a little bit. Wilkinson goes by and goes in himself. Let's see what Siri does here. Oh, Siri goes up. He goes in with that next bag. Let's see if Wilkinson tries to drag this bag. Oh, and he does, and he goes in. He takes that. He knocks that first bag in, but he's sitting on the right-hand side of the hole. Oh, and Siri goes to the left and goes off the back of the board. Oh, and Wilkinson goes in for a point. It's going to be 10-9. Oh, Jackson Gore's off to the left to the right with that first bag. That bag is going to be out of play. Donahue's in. Jackson's in with his next bag. Donahue's in with that second bag of his. Jackson's up. He does a level one block. Donahue goes up. He drags Jackson's bag in with him. Jackson goes in. Donahue goes in for a 12-on-10. Making it 2-1 favor Zach Donahue and Sheree Theo. Because Sheree is up. His first bag is over to the right. Keith Wilkinson's first bag is in. Sheree's over to the right again, just a little bit too far. Now Keith Wilkinson's pushing it up against it. He's going to push that bag, both of those bags possibly on out of play. Siri goes to the left. Oh, and Wilkinson goes straight up the middle and goes in. Siri goes to the right again. Wilkinson can be a 12-on-4 right here. Oh, and he goes a little bit hard, a little bit far to the right. It's going to be 8-on-6. No, 8-on-4. Jackson Gore's in with the first bag. Donahue sets up a level one block. Jackson goes up and does a roll bag and goes over Donahue's bag. Oh, and Donahue goes up. He's on the right-hand side of that hole, but it's sitting there. Now let's see what Donahue does here. He's going to do, I think he's going to push. Oh, he does go for the push, but he ends up going a little bit too hard to the left. See what Jackson does. Oh, Jackson tries a roll shot. See what Donahue's going to do here. Donahue goes up for a push, and he ends up just. It's going to be an 8-on-6.
Yeah.
Keith Wilkinson's up. His first bag is in. Cerise off to the right just a little bit. He's in Wilkinson's lane. Wilkinson goes further to the left than he wanted to. Cerise goes up. He knocks Wilkinson's bag in and sets up on the back side of the board. Now that bag's not, well, it's out of play now. But Wilkinson also took one of his bags out of play. Jackson says shoot it. He shoots it. Here we go. Siri goes in. It's going to be 8-on-10. Giving up 2 more points. Jackson Gore, Keith Wilkinson, 9. Donahue and Siri has 2. Jackson Gore's first bag's off to the right, but that bag's still in play. Donahue goes a little further to the left than he expected. Jackson goes up. He drags that bag a little bit closer on the right-hand side. Donahue goes up. He sets up a level 1 block on the left-hand side of Jackson's bag. Jackson goes up. Oh, my Lord. These 2 bags are going to fall. He dragged that bag in. It's almost, they sitting there. They ready to fall. Donahue don't know what to do. Donahue steps out. What a bar of soap. Oh, when Donahue goes up and goes over.
It was a pretty good push too. But still, he should have covered it.
All right, here we go. Wilkinson has first bag. His first bag is in. Cerise sets up a level 3 block on the left-hand side. Now, he's not in Wilkinson's lane, but he's kindly sitting in the middle, but Wilkinson goes around it. He steps out. Cerise steps out, and he goes up and goes in with a drip bag. Keith Wilkinson's in with another bag. Oh, and Siri drags that first bag of his that he set up for a block. Now, here's Wilkinson goes up. He goes in. He drags both bags in with him. Siri goes in. So Siri and washes it out for a 12-12 wash. Here we go. Jackson Gore's first bag. His first bag is in. Donahue sets up a level 1 block. Jackson Gore pushes it in with a replacement bag. Donahue pushes it in with a replacement bag. He replaces that bag. Jackson goes up. He goes around Donahue's bag and goes in. Donahue goes up and drags that bag on in with his third bag. Jackson's in for 12. Donahue's in for 12. And we have a social. So here we go. Wilkinson's first bag is in. Cherie's first bag is in. Wilkinson throws the second bag to the front of the board, to the front of the hole. Siri sits up beside of him. Oh, and Keith Wilkinson rolls up on top of that first bag. Siri goes in knocks both of his bags in. Wilkinson goes up. He splits the bag to the right. Oh, and Siri goes in. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Beautiful shot. Jackson Gore's in with that first bag. Donahue's in. Jackson's in. Donahue's up. He's almost in. That bag is just hanging there in the hole. It's going to go. It's going. It goes Jackson's next bag. Donahue tries a level 2 block on the right-hand side. Kindly to the right. Jackson Gore stepping out. He goes up. He goes in. Donahue stepping out. He goes up. He tries to drag that bag. Let's see what happened. Oop. Going to be 16. Donahue's bag went off the board. Keith Wilkinson's first bag's in. Cherie's first bag is setting up in the hole, but it's sitting there. Wilkinson drags it in with his bag. Cherie sets up a level 2 block on the left-hand side of the hole. Oh, and Keith Wilkinson goes just a little bit to the left. Siri goes up and drags that bag in for a 9 on 7 right now. Goes Wilkinson for a 10. Cherie for a 10. Going to be a 10-10 wash. Cherie had a chance to score. Jackson's in with his first bag. Donahue's in. Jackson's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Donahue sets up behind Jackson's bag. Oh, and Jackson goes up. He knocks his own bag in, but his bag flops over to the left a little bit. Donahue sets up on top of it, but Donahue's got a bag in front of the hole too. Oh, and Jackson goes up. He takes that one bag. He bar soaks Donahue's bag. Now Donahue has to take both of these bags. Oh, and he does. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. And we're in round 12, and the score still remains 16-2, favor Jackson Gore and Keith Wilkinson. So here we go. Keith Wilkinson's in with that first bag. All right. Cherie sets up a level 1 block. Keith Wilkinson stepping out. He goes a little bit too far to the left. Siri goes up. He goes a little bit. He goes too far to the left. Wilkinson goes up. He drags Siri's bag a little bit closer to the hole, but he goes in with his bag. Siri goes up, and he drags 2 bags for 1. Wilkinson's in. Siri has to be in, and he's in to wash it out. That's the 3rd wash that we've washed. We end around 13. Jackson Gore's first bag is in. Donahue sets up a level 1 block. Jackson tries to go around Donahue's bag and goes off of the board. Donahue goes up. He sets up a level 2 block in front of the hole. Jackson goes up trying to go over the top of Donahue's bags. Ends up going to the left. Donahue's got everything set up in the hole now. Jackson goes up. He takes everything in, cleans it up. Donahue goes in for a 12. It's going to be 12 on 7, giving Donahue 5 points. Here goes Cherie. His first bag is off to the right. It's in Keith Wilkinson's lane. Keith Wilkinson goes up. He sets up right behind Cherie's bag. Cherie goes up. He sets up to the left of Wilkinson's bag, and they all get bunched up. Wilkinson goes off of the back to the right of the corner to the corner of the board, but he takes one of Cherie's bags in. Cherie takes one of Wilkinson's bags in. Right now it's 7 on 7. Wilkinson goes to the left. It's 5 on 4 now. If Wilkinson can go in, he can score a couple points here. Oh, he goes in. It's going to be 1 point, I think. Yep, 17-7. Jackson Gore's first bag is in. Donahue's off to the left. Jackson Gore's off to the right. They both have a level 1 block. Well, Jackson's got level 2. Donahue pushes up against Jackson's bag. Now, Jackson's probably going to do a roll shot here.
Oh, he hit it just a little bit too close to the bag. Did not make his roll. Donahue's up. He styles a short airmail. Now let's see what Jackson's going to do here. Oh, and Jackson goes up hard to push. Oh, and he misses, and he goes off the board. Donahue goes up for a roll. It's going to be 1 point for Jackson Gore, making it 18-7. Oh, and Keith Wilkerson goes to the right. He's at the back of the board now. He's completely out. Cherie goes in with that first bag. All right, Wilkerson goes to the left. He's sitting on the left-hand side of the hole. Cherie goes up. He takes Wilkerson's bag. He cleans up the front of the board. Wilkerson's in. Cherie's up. He's got a level 1 block on the left-hand side of the hole. Let's see what Wilkerson does here with this bag. Oh, and he goes up. He drags it in with his bag. Cherie can go in for 2 points. Oh, and he goes to the left, and it's going to be a 10-10 wash. All right, so here we go. Jackson Gore has first bag. His first bag is up. He sets up to the right-hand side of the board. He's got a level 1 block. Donahue goes and he does a side-by-side. His bag kind of on top of Jackson. Jackson rolls over Donahue's bag and goes in. Donahue goes up with a hard push. Oh, Jackson goes up with an airmail and hits it. Donahue goes up. He pushes everything in but one bag over to the left. Oh, and Jackson goes off to the left just a little bit, but now that bag. Oh, and Donahue goes a little bit hard and goes to the back of the board, making it a 10-10 wash. Donahue had an opportunity right there, and he just throwed a little bit too hard. Keith Wilkerson's in with the first bag. Cherie sets up a level 1 block. Wilkerson drags it and goes in with it. Oh, Cherie goes off to the right. Oh, and Wilkerson's in. Cherie goes up. He's on the right-hand side. He's in. Oh, and Keith Wilkerson give it back to him. Cherie can go in, wash it out, but he goes to the left, giving up 2 points. It's going to be 20-7 now. Oh, and Jackson Gore's in with his first bag. Donahue's over to the left with his first bag. Jackson sets up a side-by-side. Donahue goes up. He pushes his bag a little bit closer, dragging Jackson's bag with him. Jackson goes up. They're bunched up now. Let's see what Donahue does here. Oh, he goes up. He pushes it all together. I mean, it's just a wadded up mess. Oh, all three of them went. Jackson done an airmail. Well, he's done a level. Oh, and Donahue goes in. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Woo-wee. So here we go. Keith Wilkerson has first bag. His first bag is off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Cherie goes in. Wilkerson goes in. Cherie goes in. He's all but in the hole. That bag's going to fall. There's no doubt about it. Yep, and Keith Wilkerson knocks it in. Cherie steps up. He slides up beside of beside of Wilkerson's bag. Oh, Wilkerson goes up and drags it in.
He can put it on the board for 4. He put it on the board for a 10-on-6, taking 4 points, putting them in a better position now. They like 10. Jackson likes 1. Donahue's off to the right. Now this could be it for them. This could be it. Jackson's in with that first bag. Donahue's over to the right. He's got a level 1 block. Jackson bounces over it and rolls in. Donahue's in. Jackson rolls up. He pushes Donahue's bag just a little bit closer to the hole. Donahue goes over to the right. Jackson goes up. It's going to be a 10-on-8. Is that all of it? That's a championship game. Wow. I'll be. Well, folks, you've seen it live here on Facebook. Crave Cornhole. You just watched Jackson Gore defeat Zach Donahue and Cerethio, Jacob Gore. Jackson Gore and Wilkerson win the tournament. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you a lot. We want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Bag Junkies, Bust You Up Cornhole, Hartzell's Garage Doors, Bridges Court, Angie's Pressure Washing. We want to thank all of these folks for sponsoring these tournaments here and being a part. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you. Hope to see you next week. Same time, same station, the same place. We located in Concord, North Carolina at 120 Church Street, Northeast here in Concord. Come see us, come watch, come participate, come to play. Have a good night, everybody. Good night. Huh? Yes.